Also, before I get started into this video, I'm going to be giving away 2 Top Step Combine accounts. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and send me proof on Instagram. Link in the description of this video if you want to find my Instagram. And all you have to do is send me a screenshot that you liked and subscribed. And I'm going to be putting your name into a raffle where we pick your name. And if you win, congratulations, you got a brand new Combine account. What's going on, guys? My name is Ben Trade. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why you're a degenerate gambler and you will never succeed in trading. I'm literally coming at you. You watching at home and that are completely unprofitable, I'm going to give you the mathematical equation on why you're actually not profitable. And there's a secret behind every single trade you're taking. And it isn't because of your fucking strategy. Okay, I got to emphasize this because a lot of people blame it on their strategy. Price just manipulated my manipulation. Fuck. The fucking Judas swing got me again. Dude, I swear the imbalance was supposed to be filled. Bro, the fair value gap was so fucking clean. Why didn't it work out? Dude, I swear the market is out to fucking get me, bro. This fucking strategy sucks!
Oh, well, if I waited, I could have entered here. Or if I would have waited for this place to play out, I wasn't following the day.
No, bro. It's called the fucking losing streak. And I'm sorry for cussing so much. It's because people are just mind-boggling. It's like, dude, do you not understand basic math? There are losing streaks in the market, and the reason why you're losing is because you're in a losing streak. Have you ever hit 10 wins in a row or 5 wins in a row? Right, those are called winning streaks. Same thing happens to losing streaks, and to prevent those from happening are risk management. And I'm gonna prove to you, before you go, I'm gonna show you certain firms or funding programs have a statistical edge that makes you lose guaranteed. And I can prove this to you just by going on YouTube. Go on Google, search up, literally, it doesn't even have to be YouTube. Go on Google and search up how many people blow accounts. Oh, well, it's because they can't trade. No, bro. Like, get this through your head. There's a risk involved. There's statistical proof. Like, I could show you thousands and thousands of different accounts and all of them blow it because they aren't using actual percentages. So today we're going to go through the reason why you're not succeeding and how to actually succeed. Actual math, actual statistics to prove that you suck. I'm going to give you 2 solutions. And those 2 solutions, if you don't follow them, you're going to walk the path of failure. There's 2 solutions in this game. That's it. There's no other steps. Literally. I'm experienced enough to tell you that this is the only way to succeed. Literally. And people that are also profitable will tell you that. And the rest are just selling courses. It's that simple. I just have to say really fast, please leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel because it would help me keep uploading these videos for you guys. So let's just get into it. Alright, so losing streaks happen no matter what. No matter what. I don't care how fucking good you are, dude. Alright, so if you have a 30% win rate, you can still realistically lose 19 trades in a row. If you have a 35% win rate, you can still lose 16 trades in a row. 40% win rate, 14 trades in a row. 45, 12 trades in a row. So you have to configure which win rate do I have, and you have to think to yourself, how bad was my losing streak? What was my worst losing streak out of all of my years or all of my months if you haven't been trading for years? And you look at your exact win rate here. Okay, so once you have your worst losing streak, now you have your win rate. So after that, when you figure that out, okay, what's the most amount of trades I've lost in a row? If it's 2, congratulations, man. That's fucking unbelievable. I myself have probably lost more than 10 trades in a row. All right, so we're going to go with the account balance. Let's start off with a $2,000 account balance is what the average account size is with private brokers, including funded accounts. And let's just say you have a win rate of 30%. We're gonna go with a good, we'll go with even 3, just 1 R more. Let's see. Whoa, it says you're profitable. Holy crap, who would have guessed? See, just that one little change can do a lot. So we're gonna go through with a $2,000 account. Let's just say you have a better percent win rate. Usually what people stand at is around 50% with a 1 to 2. Okay, that's very easy, very achievable, very realistic. Let's go a 1 to 2. 50% win rate with a 1 to 2. All right, so this is a $2,000 account with a win rate of 50% with a 1 to 2 average risk to reward. So it looks like you start off the account positive 1 win, negative 1 loss, positive 1 win, negative 1 loss, and then look, you hit 2 losing trades in a row, and then look at this. This really wipes out your profits here. You see these? So this just proves that losing trades in a row don't matter because you come out on top. Look at that. Over 1,000 trades, you're gonna have 200 grand. Beautiful. Now let's do 100 trades. Let's go 100 trades. So there you go. 72% up. Your worst drawdown was 7% on the account. Let's randomize it. 83% return. The worst drawdown on this account was 5.85%. And now, wait. This is with 1% risk. I will prove to you right now, if you go above $20 and you start making your way into those 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, your drawdown on the whole account will get fucked. Here's the thing. Psychologically speaking, once you get above that 3% risk tolerance, you're going to blow your account because this is automated and this is your best psychology and your best technical analysis. This is you being perfect as a day trader. Yes, with all of the losing streaks. So I promise you, you go above that 4%, that even sometimes for some people 3%, you're gonna tick like that, and you're no longer gonna be on your edge. So sticking with that 1 to 2% per trade is what you have to stay with. All right, so let's go 1%. And actually, let me go and prove to you that going above 5%, even on a simulated environment, could be very bad for you. Negative 27%. Okay, that's on the first account we saw. Now we're going to randomize it. Almost 40%. So if you get to that 50% negative on return on the account, so that your max drawdown has been 50%, that means you got to make 100% return on investment to just break even. More likely, statistically speaking, you're going to blow that account because you're going to be like, oh man, I don't want to keep bringing it back. I don't want to keep bringing it back. It's too long. Negative 23%, 33%, 34%, 43%, 14%, 26%, 35%. I'm talking about the max drawdown on the account. And that's if you're a perfect day trader. Now let's do 10%, which is what usually people would go with. A $200 stop loss on a funded account, which is a $2,000 account and $200 per trades. So the risk tolerance is 10%. Here it is. 53% drawdown guaranteed. That's on the first account we've seen. 61%, 52%, 65%, 46%, 66%. And this is with a 50% win rate, which the actual population of day traders do not have. Almost very unlikely for a person to have a 50% win rate. If you do, congratulations. I myself, I think I have a 50% win rate, maybe a little bit above. And that's with years of experience. You got to know what you're taking. So even though we're hitting those 66% drawdowns, it's disgusting. 53% drawdown, 59% drawdown, 47% drawdown. I promise you, I swear, if you get into that 50% drawdown on your account, And 9 out of 10 people are going to blow their accounts. Maybe 9.5, man. I'm telling you. 36%, 63%, 42%, 62%, 60%. So what are you doing risking $200 on a $2,000 account? Oh, but it's funded. I don't care. Look at the drawdown. Look at the statistics. There hasn't been a single freaking account we went through that isn't almost blown. And not just that, not just almost blown, but this is statistical proof. Not almost blown, but almost guaranteed to blown. Because like I said, 9 out of 10 people do not have the mental capacity to go through and bring it all back and make 100% return and continue bringing back the account and continue growth over time. Look, 65, 52, 48, 36. I'm telling you, this is with 10% risk per trade on a $2,000 account, which is $200. Now, dude, you go above that 10%, it's 100% guarantee. No matter who the fuck you are. And that's crazy because I see people using Money Mini. I see people risking, literally, I kid you the fuck not, $600, $500, $700 per trade. So let's just say you do use $400 per trade, which is 20% of the account. 89% chance of blowing it, almost 90% on the first fucking account we see. 73%, 67%, 73%, 70%, 86%, 70%, 84%, 86%, 86%, 70%, 84%. I don't care about the profits. We care about the max drawdown because, dude, we care about holding that money and retaining that money, not making money. The name of the game is protect my funds and make money. Not let me make money, fuck the funds. 84%, 70%, 76%, 84%. All right, so first of all, I'm not gonna bash the guy. Obviously, that's the last thing I want to do. He seems like an awesome guy. Seems like a great dude. And I don't know what his goals are specifically, but this video is to demonstrate actual percentages and not blowing your account. So I'm using him as an example because he had the courage of uploading his P&L, which not a lot of people do, and uploading his journey. So shout out to that guy. But I'm not going to bash him. I'm going to look at the statistics. I'm going to review his summary. Now look, watching at home, you think it's normal losing 50% of your account in a single trading day? You think that's okay? Yes, it could happen. But statistically speaking, those same people, I can mention this actually, Tanja, who trades every single day, has done an amazing job. You know, she's the best when it comes to getting that $50,000 payout. But I guarantee you she blew that account right after getting or requesting that payout. And that's not her fault. Maybe she has a different mindset. Maybe she has a different way of trading than most people do. You know, at the end of the day, she's a streamer. She's a content creator. Her job is not trading. Her job is taking trades. That's why she trades every single day. I've never seen her not take a trade. I mean, actually, no, there's been a couple times. Anyways, I'm ranting. But she's a great example of getting a huge payout and blowing the account right after that. But that's her goal. Her goal is getting that huge payout. She doesn't care what happens to the account after. And that's cool too. You know, that's one way of doing it. But just know that's not a career. That is not a career. That's gambling with leverage. Okay. Tanja's great, by the way. I love her. Like, I really do. Should I add that? You'll see that his worst losing days is literally half of the account. And that's not normal, chat. And that is not normal. Losing 50% of your equity, and I don't care if it's a funded account. You're not having a career. You're not having sustainability. You're not having a path to longevity. Okay? The way to do it is very simple. Use 1% per trade on that account. Oh, but it's going to take forever to pass it. Are you looking for a career? Or are you looking for a quick buck and recycle the account? Because I don't care if you recycle the account. It doesn't damage me. It's not my money. TopStep for sure doesn't care because you're feeding the money. You're recycling. What TopStep wants is successful day traders that actually have consistency in the market. They don't want you to recycle the accounts, but they don't care at the same time. I don't want you to do it. I don't care. But I want you to succeed. So technically, I care a bit. You know? At the end of the day, you do what you want to do. I'm just laying down the math. That's my only job here. Now, literally straight into the dump after one trading day. Happened to actually using risk management. You know, like I said, you're gonna have that 1 out of a million guy. Sure, you will get that payout, but he doesn't show you how many accounts it took to get there and what happened to the account right after. That's another thing they don't talk about. You know, there's so many videos. All right, so this is another account. Looks like he started off the second with a $600 loss, $240 loss, $473 loss, $600 win, 1.3K win, $222 win. Absolutely zero risk management was done. Dude, you know, you're taking those, literally wiping out 25% of your account in a single day. It just goes downhill from there on and out. My point is, what happened to actual, like, let me ask you something real quick. And I want you guys to respond in chat or in the comments. How do you want to have a career, and how like, do you actually want to do this for a living? If your answer is yes, you got to do it right, and it's going to take you a long time, and it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass for the next 2 years, 3 years. And we're going to go through what to do and how to build up your actual real account. Okay? And it's going to be hard. But if you want a career and longevity, stay until the end of the video. And it's going to be extremely hard. Like, when I'm saying hard, I mean like just staying patient. That's the hard part. But once you get through that 2 years, bro, I'm telling you, when you get through those $200,000 years and you got that longevity and you can finally start taking out 1-2% a week and just pay your bills with it. And let me ask you one more thing. And so this is where I initially wanted to start in the comments. How are you going to feed your kids if you want this to be your career? You think, like, hey, dad has a $100,000 account that he's been saving up for 8 years at his job. He just blew 50% of it in a single fucking day. Nah, but Ben, no. When I actually have 100 grand, I'm just gonna use 1%. Okay, well, sure. Okay. Are you really? Why not just build it up? Why not just build it up from $10,000? You can do it. I believe in you. That actually proves you can actually trade. You know, you can't skip steps in this game. Don Vo is a wonderful example. Don Vo is the best example.
Having a group of like-minded individuals.
Having a group of right-minded individuals are completely and utterly important. Because if you don't, you're going to be a gambler. You're going to stick to that one fucking group that's going to make you waste your time and complete gamble for the rest of your fucking life. Don Vo, shout out to Don Vo for doing what's right. All right, so I know you want a solution. So here are 2 solutions for you. Get a Top Step account, trade ES, use $20 to $40 per trade, get 5 funded accounts, and I don't care how long it takes you, keep paying for those monthly subscriptions, because at the end of the day you want to build discipline. And listen, sometimes I know some people like to get it over with and then take their time with passing, but honestly it's a great way to learn. So that's up to you. But once you get a funded account, I suggest you use those $40 per account, and I suggest get 5 of them. I suggest, because staying with 1 or 2 is gonna be so draining, man. Because you want to make money, right, at the end of the day, and some people don't like to be that patient. Look, I say you could have a good chance of making $10,000 by the end of the year. 15, 16 if you're really disciplined. And if you get 5 of those, there you go. 50, 60 G's. That'd be nice. Maybe more. So think long term, think career. I'm tired of people gambling. And don't forget, for the people that watch these streamers, they're affiliated with firms. They're not in it with the good of their hearts. They're in it for the money. And that's just the sad reality. You know, and if you think otherwise, you're brainwashed. You're not in for a career. You just want some dopamine. You're pretty much addicted to crack. And now here's my favorite solution. My favorite solution is get a private broker, deposit $2,000, and this has to be with a forex broker. And if you're a U.S. citizen, I understand you need like $26,000 to have actual proper risk management and a futures account. So I don't have a solution for you, sadly, unless if you want to trade forex. MetaTrader is banned in the US. So what I suggest for you people that have the opportunity, take advantage of it. Go with Blueberry Markets. They're an awesome company. That's the one I use for my private broker. Risk 1 to 2% max, and don't rush it. Okay. Deposit around $2,000 US if possible. And every single month for the next 6 years, deposit $2,000 each month, and try to get an average return of 5 to 10% a month. Okay, and risk less than 1% if you can. If you can, right? Sometimes you can't because market's pretty volatile. And listen, 6 years down the line, you're going to be a multimillionaire. I promise you. If you really do everything I say and you have an edge, okay, you gotta have a strategy. Okay, it's not all about risk management. It's 90% risk management, and the rest, you know, risk to rewards and whatever. It's more about risk management, retaining that money and protecting the funds. And those are the two solutions I have. Also, before some dipshit comes at me, here's a video of your mentor, more likely if you trade ICT, saying the exact same thing I'm saying. And that's how I'm going to end this video. Have a good one, boys.
Top step is absolutely easy to pass. And I'm going to teach you this today. Okay. The idea of going in with a $50,000 account or a $100,000 account or funded to $150,000. And this has been said many times, not just by me, but other people too. And people that are really aware of what's going on, that even are funded with them, that have received payouts. When you say, or you get a certificate, or you're funded as part of some kind of $50,000 account or $100,000 or $150,000, you don't have $50,000 or $100,000 or $150,000. You have as much money as they'll let you before they stop you from trading. So in reality, what you have is, for a $50,000 account, you have $2,000 trading account. That's it. That's all you got. For $100,000, you have $3,000. That's, once you lose that, you're done. So for any of you that are out there trading with multiple mini contracts, trading with that size, you're fucking stupid. Okay? You're absolutely fucking stupid. You're literally over leveraging to the fucking gills. You have no idea what you're doing. You're the worst fucking money manager there is if you're literally trading more than one contract on any one of those things. If you're trading a mini, one singular mini with that $50,000 funded account, you're absolutely going to blow your brains out. You're going to fail. You're over leveraged. Look how fast NASDAQ moves. She likes to run. How many of those points can you handle if you're doing the maximum of 5 contracts? Because that's what they offer. So he has a goal. He has to hit $650,000. And just so you know, Top Step, we won't be doing it through you. we're gonna hit 10,000 and we're gonna pull out. And then at 10,000, we're gonna roll into AMP. So for a $50,000 Top Step account that he has access to, once he funds it, pays for it, he's already earned the right to do it. But he's got a $2,000 account, just like everybody else that has one. So he can't trade 5 contracts, like they say. Can't do it. You're not allowed. That's my rules. Additionally, He cannot trade one mini either. What? Well, what is he supposed to trade? A micro. Oh, come on, man. I'm never going to get rich trading micro account. Come on. A micro contract ICT, we're talking about $2. $2 per point. Come on, man. You got something better for me than that? No, that's exactly what you need. That's exactly what you need. Let me give you some numbers. As it is right now, my son, who's 18 years old, just graduated homeschooling, he's fresh out the box. Green, brand new, little whippersnapper. He's cock-strong, arrogant, walking around like a peacock, and he ain't got no reason to feel that way because he ain't got anything except for gaming and his athleticism. That's it. The boy makes literally gross $400 a week working at a coffee shop. So $400 a week is what his gross income is. He gets paid every 2 weeks. So he has to wait 2 weeks before he gets his ends met. His total expenses come to $738 a month. So as an 18-year-old, he's got $738 a month coming out. He lives in my home. So that's what I'm gonna say. Let's set a goal to make $1,000 a month. You have to do this 3 months in a row. You have to do that, because if you do something for 90 days, then you will see that that is something that can repeat. It can become a habit. I don't think 30 days is a groundbreaking thing that creates a habit, because anybody can do something for a month. But $1,000 a month is what his goal is. So you're probably thinking, okay, $1,000. Okay. How can you do that with a $2,000 trading account? But we'll call it a $50,000 funded account because that's what everybody wants to call it. It's a $2,000 equity. That's what you have. So I told him, I said, listen, you're already paying what would be equivalent to 8.25% if they go up to 165. If they keep it at $49 a month plus the taxes or whatever it is, you're still paying interest. You're paying on interest to have access to something like a credit card. And if you don't do any trades, you're still paying that interest payment whether you used it or not. That's what you don't realize. When you're looking at these funded account companies, you're paying an interest. A monthly subscription is an interest payment on money that doesn't even exist. Great business model. Great business model. Is it helpful to someone that is not financially literate? Absolutely not. It's like playing Russian roulette. And the ease, or the, I guess you could say, the approachable benefits to being cheaper, you might look at that and say, well, even if I do blow it, I can afford to do $49 again. It doesn't cost that much. Well, that was the mindset my son had. My own son had that same mindset, but he wasn't doing it for $49. He was doing it when it was the full whatever it was. I don't even know how much money he's wasted on it. But I had to get involved and intervene and tell him, look, you have to do this with a structured mindset. You just can't go in there and swing for the fences and just think something magically is going to happen. So I told him, I said, you cannot afford to trade a mini contract. And that's the truth, okay? I'm going to be real blunt with you. For the folks that have $150,000 funded accounts, if you're trading more than 2 contracts, mini, you're asking to blow up. You should be trading 2 micros. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, absolutely. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, okay? That's the reality. Because if you have the $150,000 funded account, you can only lose $4,500. If I did that right, and if I read their website correctly, if I'm wrong, I apologize, and I'll retract it and say something in a tweet that would be more accurate. But my understanding is a $150,000 account only affords you to lose up to $4,500. And then $3,000 maximum for a $100,000 funded account. And then $50,000 is you only get to lose $2,000 before they end the show for you. So that's all you have. And while that is and a certain measure of being unfortunate in a way, the way it's being presented and packaged, that isn't the end of the road. So here's my son. He's at the cusp of executing on this week. He's going to pay for his funded account to be began. My note says it's an express account. So I don't know what that is, but that's what it apparently will become when he pays for it to begin. So whatever he earns from that point on, as long as he has several days of profitability, he can ask for up to 50% of it. We're not interested in 50% because we're going to do all of it, and then we're done. But the idea is he needs to be trading one micro contract. That's all he can afford to trade. But what if you're a better trader? That's all you can afford to trade. Where am I stuttering? In that you get one contract at the micro level. If you only can afford to lose $2,000, that means you're only trading with one singular micro contract. So I told him, I said, for every $2,000, right now you only have $2,000 you can work with. So if you make $2,000 more, then you can afford to trade a second micro account, contract rather. So now for someone who doesn't know what a micro is, when we talk about trading in minis, for the S&P E-mini contract, for 1 point, that means it's 4 ticks. And what would that look like? If you were trading 4,500 even, and it went up to 4,501, that's 1 handle or 4 ticks, or the equivalent of $50 in change of fluctuation from one price at 4,500 to 4,501. That's $50 increment in terms of monetary value, but it's 4 ticks. For NASDAQ, it's usually, we'll just say 15,800 to 15,801. That's 1 handle or 4 ticks. For a mini, that's $20 in the NASDAQ. So a micro for S&P micro is going to be $5 per point. And you're thinking, what the hell? Well, it's equivalent to a Dow futures. You're just chopping it down from 50 to $5. I can't make money. Man, you can make your whole fucking career income right now trading just one micro. So if I hear any of this shit on Twitter, if I see any goober on YouTube, you're going to have to be showing that you can't make money, because I'm going to tell you right now, my son's about to do it. He's about to do this very thing with a micro, not even a mini, okay? He's not even going to do nowhere near what they say they're offering to you. You can trade up to 5 contracts. No. Does that mean he can trade 5 micros? No. $2,000 increments. That's what affords him one more micro. When can he trade a mini? Never. Because when he gets to $10,000, he's asking for all his money. He's getting the fuck out of Dodge. Some of you already done the math. Okay, he's got 2,000 now. He can trade with 1. And he gets to 2. He can trade 2. And no. He's not allowed to trade with 1 mini. He doesn't have the equity to support it. So everything I'm telling you here, I'm not advising you financially. I'm telling my son, my offspring, the fruit of my loins, okay? The boy that wants to be me all over again in faster and quicker form. The only way that's possible is if he listens to me. Nobody else is going to teach him how to be me or better than me, but me. And I want him to be better than me. I want all of you to be better than me.